What's up, it's 2J's Game World. And this week's Game of the Week, we decided to do Saints Row, the original Saints Row, because it's coming up on 20 years old, and I thought it'd be great to go back and see if it was exactly how I remembered it. Now, I will say, I know some people call this a GTA clone, but personally, I like to refer to it as a San Andreas sibling. You know, it's something that made me happy because one thing we all loved about San Andreas was taking over gang turfs and all of that, and they just decided to turn it into a game, which is Saints Row. And it's still an amazing game. You know, you start out as a civilian, walk into the store, next thing you know, you're in the middle of a shootout, and you get invited to join the Third Street Saints, and everything just goes on from there. But now in the game, it's three gangs. It's Los Canales, ran by the Lopez brothers.
You promised we'd go shopping tonight.
Ah, shit. Mira, Hector. Hey, I told Luz I'd take her downtown. Can Victor take care of...
Is Victor sitting at the table, Angelo?
And then we got the Vice Kings, ran by Benjamin King,
Yeah, it's good to hear
Warren, and Tanya,
What?
which goes sour, of course.
Wait, slow down. What are you saying? Look, our arrangement has been beneficial. Look, why don't we talk about this tonight over dinner? I'm sure we can work this out, okay? All right. See you tonight. Goodbye.
See, this is what I'm talking about.
Who said you could come in here?
We need to talk.
And we got the West Side Rollers,
Great.
ran by Joseph
How
Price.
could we possibly score dime bags without him?
Oh, come on, Uncle Will. He's not that.
What's up, Price?
You scared the shit out of me, Donnie.
I scared the shit out of me.
Donnie,
And one thing I can say I love about this game is the fact that even though, you know, I own a copy, as you can see, along with the collection, I didn't have to do too much to play it because it's still available on Xbox, or because I bought it or whatever. I don't remember buying it. But the point is, I was able to play it on Xbox, stream it from there, and I see where playing Saints Row, or the original, will make you understand how great Saints Row 2 is and why Saints Row 2 is basically like one of the greatest games ever. And I say that because Saints Row 2 took everything that was great about 1 and elevated it, because let's be honest, 1 changed a lot. 1 did a lot, and like starting with the activities, I say activities are crazy, they're great. And the only downside I say to activities is, let's say you fail one, there is no retry. That's the only like downside of the whole thing. There's no retry whenever you fail an activity. You just have to start over again. Even if you like die or you fail, when you exit the activity, you are where you are with whatever wanted level you have, and I hate it. That's the only downside I say. And I didn't pay attention to this, but it's not too long of a game. It's really not too long of a game. Doing every gang territory, I'd say, took about 1.5 to 2 hours. And that's just me being honest. It's that's including missions and strongholds. Vice Kings, the Los Canales, the Rollers, they all took about 1.5 to 2 hours to do. What I did was I went ahead and knocked out all the activities first. The drug trafficking, the pimping, all of the whatever. I did it all, got out of the way, and all the activities are still fun. Earning respect was still fun. Even when I finished the game, I still had about 20, 30 points in respect. So it's nice. But one other downside I say is once you eliminate all the gangs, there's no gang anymore. So there's no gang anything to do except unless the only way to have gang stuff happen is if you do a drug trafficking mission, and then like you get gangs coming back at you. But other than that, you see no gangs when you wipe everybody out, which is expected. That's the plan, but it just kind of it dries it out, you know. Great ending to a game. One of the great, in my personal opinion, I don't really care. One of the greatest endings to a game and you didn't see a sequel coming. You know, you did not see a sequel coming. It was a great game that led up to an ending that surprised you. You didn't see any of it coming. From Troy being a cop, Julius being a traitor, like you blowing up on that boat. It was all just. It was a great game. It was a great game. It's still great 20 years later, and I have no problem starting it back over to play it again anytime, because to be honest, it's the same fun every time you play it with no problem. And it's a great thing. So, and with that being said, you know, you can watch it be played by me on this channel, the 2J's Game World YouTube, or if you want to watch it live, it's 2J's Game World on Twitch. This week we playing True Crime Streets of LA. Oh yes, we playing True Crime Streets of LA. I'll be giving a review on that next week also. So stay tuned. There's something I want to keep doing since I'm collecting all these retro video games. I don't want anybody to think I'm not playing them, but they just sit around and get looked at. No, none of that. None of that. Game of the week every week on one of the greatest consoles ever made. 2J's Game World.